Green flag, we're racing at Darlington.
A lot of trust in these guys, Jeff. These guys have never seen this package on this racetrack. Remember, the package that we had last year, 550 package, way more downforce. These guys are going to have their hands full today.
Well, and we've seen where this first two turns, it's so unpredictable where we've seen some accidents happen on the opening lap. So great job. Well, we got one that's brushed the wall a little bit further back in the field. But otherwise, yeah, I agree, Clint. Great job by these drivers getting through this first lap.
Aric Almirola has pounded the wall.
I've never seen an impact like this where the splitter is up underneath the front tires and the front tires aren't even on the ground, Mike.
Huge hit. Usually when somebody hits that inside wall, they spin off the two, and it's a massive impact.
Almirola has hit it a ton.
Yeah, you can see he's already spun off the two. Usually you have to see if he got into the outside wall first or if he had a car underneath of him. Man.
Green flag.
Hey, Jeff, you ever heard of that thing called the old Mo showing up? Man, how about Kyle Busch pressed off that win?
Yeah, man, you get that win and all of a sudden you're King Kong. You're like, yes, I can do this. I have not forgotten how to drive a race car at the best of the best of them, and Kyle Busch proved that last week, and this is a great track for him to prove it again.
Well, once they named it the Bushy McBush race, how could we not pick one of the Busch brothers?
Had to be, right?
Yeah.
Wow, almost like a slide job right there, Truex. And you can see those cars sliding around already. That's on fresh, brand new tires.
And you see Tyler Reddick with a great move right there because Denny Hamlin got right to the rear bumper of the two, Brad Keselowski. But then the car kind of got away from him, had to check up, and all the momentum from Tyler Reddick sent him on by it. Now he's going to the outside of the two.
Yeah, Brad's in trouble right here. I don't know if he's made an adjustment there too loose or whatever.
Well, he's in trouble, and that 8 car is flying of Tyler Reddick. Oh, here's the battle for the lead using the apron off of turn 2 for Kyle Busch.
But look at the momentum off that outside. It's going to be interesting. He's kind of taking Kevin's line away right there. Kevin typically likes to run that bottom, and he got underneath of him. But you can see Kevin still rolling. See that car loose already? Man, I love what I see right there.
That's what Darlington is all about right there.
Boy, a lot of fans cheering for Kyle Busch and a lot of fans showing you're #1 to Kyle Busch, but he is the leader. Kyle Busch has brought out the second caution of the day. Martin Truex goes to make the pass.
And you feel that. He heard those cords starting to come apart on that thing, de-raveling. You can hear it hitting the fender wells, and you can see him check up. He did a great job, actually.
Unbelievable
Yeah, he
job.
didn't hit the wall very hard at all.
You can, I mean, when you get loose like that
with a flat tire,
getting into the corner, so hard to keep it out of the wall, and you know it's a tire that's down.
The worst part is he was 1 lap away from leading 18,000 laps, 17,999. That is the one that I could not take.
Well, he is still on the lead lap, but look at that tire. 6.5 to go in stage 1.
Wow. And that's going to open up the door for Brad Keselowski. He doesn't have the preferred line here.
I don't think he's going to get him.
And Denny Hamlin stays about 1 second behind Truex. And under no threat, Kevin Harvick, you see there, is 5 seconds back.
He's going to have to get going, though, because Denny Hamlin, you can see Bubba's right there, man. He's holding on.
He is working hard in that Wendell Scott paint scheme number 23. Want to see loose?
Woohoo.
There's a lot of it. Here's some Martin Truex team audio.
If you tell the 23, you better get it together.
Yep, copy that.
We've seen this Martin Truex Jr. before.
Oh, yeah.
He gets fired up, man. He's so competitive, and when he's up front there on Harrison's door, it's going to open up.
Now.
Yep.
Message delivered.
Yeah.
So Bubba now needs to stay ahead of Kurt Busch to get the free pass when the stage ends 4 laps from now.
Well, I don't know what just happened with that car. That they flew by, but somebody down the apron had some big issues.
Tyler Reddick. So the rest of the Marty Robbins story, he liked to run Daytona and Talladega. And I asked him once in my radio days, he's hanging out, you know, after the race one night, and I said, Marty, magenta and chartreuse, those are 2 colors that don't go together. Why is your car painted like that? He says, look, this is my fun, my hobby. I do this because I enjoy it. I'm not the best driver out there. So when those guys come up on me at Daytona and Talladega at 200 miles an hour, I want them to be certain it's me that they're pulling up on and about to pass.
I'd say Richard Childress.
And they were.
Upon further review with the 42 car and Ross Chastain, it's going to be so borderline. His best friend right now is Kyle Busch in that 18 car, because Kyle is the next car to go a lap down. In fact, he's about to go a lap down right now, Ross Chastain. So it just about 2 laps shy of at least something good coming out of it.
And 2 laps is pit road closed for the last 2 laps of the stage, so he can't pit now.
And this isn't going to work either, because there goes Bubba Wallace, who's a lap down, so he's not even going to get the free pass.
Well, it all just came undone, didn't it?
But it was close. It was a strategy that they almost made work with 2 laps to go.
Jeff, if close would have worked, I wouldn't have lost 447 races.
You bring up Marty Robbins. Richard Childress used to tell stories all the time. He'd go back to the motel after the race, and he'd get the guitar out and play around the pool for all the guys. That'd have been a cool thing. You know, today's day and age, all you get's my partner over here wanting to DJ.
Oh, look at that slide by our leader coming to finish out this final lap.
Green and white checkers in the air, and Martin Truex has his 5th stage win at Darlington. Green flag.
Great start. Stay tight on him. Halfback 22. Here comes the 22. Don't let him switch it. Still inside. Still down there, bumper. You're clear.
There's Kevin Harvick playing with that throttle. That's what I love about less downforce and all that power. You're going to hear a lot more of throttle control. That's why we say it's a driver's track. Today, drivers have to do a lot more work.
Yeah, what that is, you lift because, not because usually with a 550 package you lift because you lose the front end, you're going to hit the wall. Now you're lifting to keep those tires underneath that, you keep them spinning them.
You saw it right there, the back end almost came out from underneath Kevin Harvick as he went down the apron going into 1.
And here comes Joey Logano into play. Regan.
Well, Joey Logano, you see him. He's been moving up through the field in 4th position right now, but not very heavy as we got a caution on the racetrack.
Wow.
Boy, so reminiscent of his teammate
exactly
Aric
like
Almirola. Cole Custer heavy into that back straightaway wall.
And the damage looking very similar. His front tires are off the ground, just like Almirola's after a very similar hit. Cole Custer climbs out. Very top of the screen, the white and orange car.
Alfredo's already loose. When Half comes down, he's going to collect Cole Custer, just an innocent bystander. Tries to lock up the brakes here. Man, wow. Look at that safer barrier. Take that impact.
Shot right there.
Man, that time that car went up on 2 wheels.
Oh, he was almost under him right there. Had to bail out of the gas. Now he's going to get passed by Denny Hamlin there. Talking about.
Yeah, Truex really checked up in the middle, turns 1 and 2 on that restart. And that allowed Joey Logano to close the gap.
Cole Custer has been checked and released from the infield care center. Kurt Busch is frustrated after pounding the inside of the front stretch wall and his right front not touching the ground.
Well, you can see a little bit of damage on the right rear. Ooh, now a fire.
Oil line just.
This seems to happen frequently to the #1 car.
That is not something you want to have happen on a regular basis.
Let's see what happened here as Kurt gets ready to climb out.
Oh, you can see he's underneath. Is that De Benedetto there?
Yes.
Yeah, the car, boy, it just gets loose.
Been there, done that.
The blue car, which may have been Stenhouse, just might have nicked him as he came around. Martin Truex, 4 cars in the top 10 at the end of stage 2, just as Hendrick Motorsports was at the end of stage 1. Stage ending flag coming out. Ryan Newman trying to hang at the tail end of the lead lap. And Martin Truex has swept the stages at Darlington. So if anybody's going to have anything for Martin Truex, it's this #5, and Kyle Larson has just driven it up into 2nd place.
Well, he has the long run speed. He doesn't have a lot of short run speed, and he's lost a few spots on some of the restarts. But now that we had this green flag stop, and he entered pit road really strong, had a good pit stop. But man, he has the speed right now to match Martin Truex Jr.
Now Larson begins to close right back up, and this is just as close as he's been.
Woo,
about a third of a second. And did you see that?
That's the furthest I've seen Martin Truex Jr. step that car out since he's had the lead today.
And that's what you have to do. If you're Kyle Larson, you got to keep that pressure on him. Try to force him to make a mistake. Get him looking in that mirror, hoping that he'll make a mistake. Maybe jump on that gas and get in the wall.
Maybe get him to overheat that right rear tire. Here's Martin Truex Jr. just running right up there against the wall.
As close as it gets right there.
He does. Now, he does that to a certain degree every single lap. That's the most I've seen that car yawed out yet.
And if you're Martin Truex, you're in that spotter's ear. I know he probably doesn't know all these guys, but he's like, hey, get these guys out of my way. Get them down. I want them at the outside, please.
And you know, Eddie DeHaan is telling Kyle Larson, hey, traffic ahead. This may be the time. Back.
If Truex gets clear of Reddick right here, it's almost game over.
There's still 2 more. You know that Reddick's going to run that outside, though. But now you got Newman.
Ooh, yeah, that's going to definitely hold up Truex. Good base. See,
and
out of my
Larson
way.
is closing. Newman completes that pass.
Oh man, you saw how much Martin Truex Jr. had to. He lost a lot of speed there because he had to slide up the racetrack to get up ahead of.
But if you're Kyle, now
Reddick.
these guys are racing for the lucky dog, and they're going to be racing hard.
Whoa,
take
Kyle.
it easy.
Thread the needle. Had one chance and took it.
That's what you can do when you're in second. You can't do that if you're Martin Truex Jr. leading this race.
Takes some coordination and some luck to make this work.
Don't they say you can't go 3 wide?
It takes something else. It takes something else too, Mike.
Yes.
I'm gonna tell you that right now. If you ever met Kyle Larson and got to hang out with him, you would not think he has what it takes to do that move right there, and he does it time and time again. He's such a quiet, calm demeanor. He was sure hoping that Chase Briscoe would slow him down a little bit more. These boys are going for it. And I tell you what, this crowd's on their feet because of it too.
And I got to believe here, as we come to 5 to go, you're going to see Larson just continue to start taking a little more risk, a little more, you know, just thread that needle, get closer to the wall, get in the throttle a little bit sooner, slide that thing around a little bit more if you have to, if that's what it's going to take to close the gap. And that is what it's going to take, and I still don't even know if that's going to get it done.
Martin Truex in the races where he's led more than 200 laps. has not been able to seal the deal. No driver who won a stage at Darlington has ever gone to victory lane. Truex won them both today. Kyle Larson now 2.5 back. Martin Truex Jr. wins the Goodyear 400 at Darlington.
That's an ass whipping right there.
I don't know if you knew this before the race or not, but no stage winner has ever won at Darlington. You just put that to bed, though.
Yeah, I guess I'm glad I could do that. We've won a bunch of stages here in the past couple years, and just it's always lady luck got us. You know, track position, it'd be one thing or the other, and just really proud of everybody on this Auto Winners Camry. I think this flat black's a throwback to you, Regan, when you won here, but no, Furniture, really cool throwback to Furniture Row, and hopefully Barney Visser's out there watching. I know, Regan, both you and I owe him a lot, but this one's for Furniture Row throwback, pretty cool.